Today we are discussing the characteristics of muscles, the structure of skeletal muscle, and muscle tone. Muscles have the ability to contract. This allows muscles to pull or shorten, which reduces the distance between parts. Skeletal muscles bring attachment points closer together when contracting. This causes bones to move. Cardiac muscles contract to reduce the area in the heart chambers. This causes the heart to be able to pump blood. Smooth muscles surround blood vessels and the walls of internal organs such as the intestines. The diameter of these tubes becomes smaller when smooth muscles contract. Muscles also have the ability to respond to stimuli. This characteristic is called excitability. When stimulated by an electrical signal, muscle cells contract. Muscles have the ability to return to original length after being stretched. This is called elasticity. Extensibility describes the ability to be stretched. And tone describes the continuous and passive partial contraction of the muscles. So part of the muscle contracts, but not enough to produce movement. This is what helps to maintain posture. Skeletal muscle is composed mostly of striated muscle cells. Muscle cells are called fibers. And skeletal muscle also consists of connective tissue. Skeletal muscles attach to two bones that have a movable joint between them. And one of the two bones is generally more stationary in a movement. You have the origin, which is the attachment site for skeletal muscle to bone that does not move during muscle contraction. And you have the insertion, the attachment for skeletal muscle to bone after crossing over a joint to allow movement during muscle contraction. And you have the body, which is the central area of the muscle. Tendons are a type of connective tissue that anchor muscles to bones. Tendon sheaths enclose certain tendons. Bursa are small fluid-filled sacs that lie between some tendons and bones. These help to reduce friction. And you have a synovial membrane. This is a connective tissue membrane that lines the space between bones and joints. The synovial membrane secretes a fluid called synovial fluid, and synovial fluid helps to reduce friction between the joints. It can be described as a lubricating fluid. Skeletal muscle also contains a connective tissue called fascia. Fascia is a thin, flexible band of connective tissue that holds, separates, or binds muscles. And we also have the terms atrophy, hypertrophy, and fatigue. And these describe different states of muscle. Atrophy describes the wasting away of muscle. This is usually due to the muscle not being used, as with periods of prolonged physical inactivity or bed rest. Atrophy can also occur when a limb is placed in a cast. Hypertrophy describes the overgrowth of muscle. It is an increase in the size of a muscle cell. Hypertrophy can result from regular exercise, such as strength training. And lastly, we have muscle fatigue or exhaustion. Muscle fatigue occurs when the muscle is no longer able to generate force. This can occur during prolonged periods of exercise. And that concludes part 2 of our PowerPoint on the muscular system.